We're in the middle of a 100-mile canoe fishing expedition through the Adirondack Mountains in New York. In part 1, the trip started off easy and the fishing was good.
Fish on! Oh, it's a dinosaur.
But the portages on day 2 proved harder than we expected. Part 2 brought the most difficult challenges yet. The most grueling portage of the trip, a 5-mile paddle through a snowstorm and a mile-long Class 3 rapid.
Oh wait! Draw again, hard.
In part 3, we'll have to cross Long Lake, a body of water that earned its name for a reason.
Making you a sail, and look, y'all are faster than us. It's ridiculous. It's working.
Then on day 6, we grind through 2 more portages before getting lost in Stony Creek.
We had to turn around. Somehow we missed our turn or something. This place is like a maze. You guys see it? Is that it?
Alright, so it's morning on day 5. Rex is trying to get the fire going because it is freezing.
It was cold. Like I'd wake up numb and wonder if I was dead cold.
Look, we were all cold, but I really only felt bad for Rex. I didn't know if he was going to make it.
But luckily, he also says it's beautiful outside. So it is beautiful out here, but it's easily the coldest day I think we've had yet. In fact, I left one of my GoPro cases out last night on accident, and it is literally frozen solid. Everything's got a layer of frost on it. We're putting some gear to the test on this trip. That's frost on the canoes on day 5.
My waders are completely frozen.
Just careful, don't. If you melt that, you're not waterproof.
Yeah.
And your trip is ruined.
I got one boot in, but the other one's frozen solid.
Today we'll be crossing Long Lake, which earned its name with over 15 miles of constant crosswinds and big water. We have to complete the entire crossing today, or we'll be at serious risk of not completing our journey in time. But there's always time for a few casts.
Fish on! Is that smallie? Nice, dude! Nice smallmouth. Great fish, man.
Like you'd paddle so much that you forget you're paddling. And then you'd look up and realize that you hadn't said anything to one another for about 2 hours.
Fish. Fish on! Oh! It came off right there! Alright, so we see a bridge up ahead, which that signifies halfway through Long Lake, which is halfway through our trip. This is day 5, so that puts us behind schedule. We're gonna get up here, check it out, and then we gotta book it the rest of the day. So this is the halfway point of the trip.
Yeah, because it's 7 days, and we're day 5, and we're only at the halfway point.
Yeah,
Right?
That's a day, and that's 2 full days behind. These lakes have been killing us, man. We've been getting up too late. We're all just exhausted from these portages. The portages are taking a long time.
So I got an idea. Screw all this paddling. I'm gonna rig something up.
I'm trying to use this boom mount. Do you have your knife? You got a spare paddle? We're gonna raise the mast.
We just need this wind to come back. We're gonna leave you guys in the dust.
Here we go. Here we go.
Hit the nitro.
Dude, look at it, man!
This is working out actually really well.
So that happened.
Jokes aside, y'all are picking up speed.
Yeah, we are.
Well,
And I'm not doing shit. Dual purpose Railblazer.
And you got the Railblazer rod holder and the Railblazer camera boom, making you a sail. And look, y'all are faster than us. It's ridiculous. It's working.
Don't be jealous, Bob. Don't be jealous, Bobby.
Working smarter, not harder. You feeling a little pressure? What's it look like? Feels like a race to me. It's a long lake, bro.
There's a marathon, not a sprint.
So Long Lake is notorious for having a pretty much constant crosswind, which means the wind's blowing from one side to the other, and we have this long 15-mile lake that we gotta paddle. And that just means we have to angle into the wind and kind of slide down the lake, which is just less efficient. So it's better than a headwind, but it's still a pain in the butt.
Long Lake just didn't end.
I didn't think Long Lake was that bad. But then again, I'm more of a canoeer than an angler.
Oh, we're kind of taking a break behind this island, getting out of the wind for a minute. We're just about done with Long Lake, and this lake has definitely lived up to its reputation. That was a rough paddle. We had a headwind or a crosswind pretty much the entire time. Glad it's almost over. It's kind of monotonous when you can see the end of the lake for the entire 5 hours you're on it. Feels like you're not going anywhere. Fish on!
Rob with the freaking clutch fish.
That guy, man.
Nice little smallmouth. I saw that rock over there, cast right in front of it, and pretty much right away he nailed the swim bait. Oh, it feels good to catch a fish after that long paddle. Great way to end the day. Whew, nice.
I'm trying to build this fire as closer to lean-to.
So we all organically created our roles and our duties. I was the fireman.
Rex building the fire in the snow. That's gotta be a first for you, Rex.
Yeah. All right, guys, we have fire. Mostly because I couldn't wait to stop being cold.
He brought beer. Yeah, beer. He brought beer.
We bought beer at Long Lake at the halfway point, and it was probably one of the highlights of the trip for me.
3 of us aren't cold weather people. Mark, Rex, and I are Texans. We don't see much snow. But there was something magical about that place. Something that made me embrace the cold. Sitting around the fire, watching its light dance across the snow, I couldn't think of anywhere else I'd rather be.
All right, so day 6. Skies look clear. Still cold, surprise, surprise.
I got to this point where I was so cold that I just accepted it. I just accepted the fact that it was cold and didn't attach any other feeling to it. Oh, it's cold.
Since we're behind schedule, we decided to have a quick morning. These guys have voted no coffee, no fire, and no hot breakfast to save us time, which those are pretty much the only 3 things that have got me out of bed this whole week. So their philosophy is we just start paddling, we'll warm up. I think they're literally insane.
I would never do that. I didn't vote no on hot breakfast.
Today might be rough.
We were now entering Raquette River, which offered gorgeous scenery and wildlife sightings to distract us from the cold.
All right, we can hear our next obstacle up ahead. We've got Upper Falls, Raquette Falls, and Lower Falls in a row that we have to portage around. Go check it out. This is a 1.3 mile portage, and we're told that we're not gonna be able to use the carts. It's rough terrain. So yesterday, the roughest terrain we've experienced so far on a portage was 0.1 miles, and it was a beating. This is gonna be rough.
I kept telling the guys, this next portage is the last bad one. But at that point I had lost count, so I really had no idea.
You can call me stupid. Yes, you can call me sheep. You can say I'm lazy. You can say I'm weak.
these canoes in altitude, uphill, on rocky terrain, just as hard as it sounds.
You're in trouble.
I want to be able to tell you that there's like a better way to portage, that there's you know, some secret trick, but I will tell you that hopscotching the bags, that does seem to work a little bit faster. But I'll also tell you, and what is the point of this video, is that no matter what you do, no matter how you trick your mind into thinking that this doesn't suck, it sucks, no matter what.
Sleeping on the job.
At this point, I'm kind of just dead inside. Like, it doesn't matter how many more miles we have to walk.
What I don't understand is, we're portaging around a waterfall, yet it's been uphill the whole way. Waterfalls go down. Why are we going up?
But when it comes to her, you better keep it sealed. Don't you dare say a single word, or I will strike you where it feels.
You know, 1.3 miles doesn't sound that far, but when it's mostly uphill and you're having to make 3 trips, you know, really you're walking 4 miles on rough terrain, carrying heavy bags and canoes, so this is tough. I'm ready to get back in the canoe and paddle. The rapids are getting louder, we gotta be getting close. We made it! Alright, so we just made it to Stony Creek. That means we got a half mile to a mile paddle upstream, and then another mile to cross this pond to get to our camp. And we're kind of running out of daylight, so once again we need to kind of book it to get to camp.
Tracks.
Oh yeah.
Moose tracks.
Look at those tracks.
Dig moose tracks.
Turn around. Somehow we missed our turn or something. This place is like a maze. I don't know where we missed our turn, but we got to go back and figure it out. The sun's going down quick. You guys see it? Is that it? It's back there. This sign's right here, but there's no entrance right there.
At this point, we had to dig deep. 6 days of intense physical exertion had taken its toll on our bodies and on our minds.
Oh, I'm exhausted. Dude, my traps are like just dead. Dead.
What a fun day.
Real. True that I know, it was a fun day. That last part gonna suck, but it was a good day. For sure.
Coming up in part 4, the fish are biting again, but we'll face a new challenge as our portaging system takes a turn for the broken.
And our worst fear has been realized. The Railblazer Sea Tug cart finally gave way after more abuse than I think one's ever been put through.
Then I make a critical mistake that costs us precious time, and we realize we aren't getting out of this place on time.
We're not gonna make it with this headwind.
Hey Mark, what do you think? Keep going?
Basically, we're not gonna finish today. So this is day 7. There's no way.
The scenery, the visuals, the fishing, the rapids, like the portage makes this trip like the beautiful and miserable portages, right? Like if that was just a fucking stroll and you're not having to lug like 400 pounds of gear, it's fucking awesome. It's a whole different thing. When all this shit has to go over the land.
That little 0.1 mile walk, that would have been a delightful little jaunt along some rapids and a waterfall.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Like, I mean, there's like a path there for people that do that.
Yeah, have picnics and go see the waterfall.
Those guys in that tent were like, oh shit,
What?
these guys are the real deal.
Yeah.
They were very impressed.
Yeah. They kind of sat there and watched us for a while.
Yeah.
Like it was like some show.